I would describe every family as different.
If I find out that you are gay, I would kill you. And I was like, but you would go to prison.
Kienet tkun dejjem ħafsa ta' qalb li qatt ma ħajkonna tfal.
Kont nidħol id-dar u silenzju ma tisma' xejn. Tħossok waħdek m'għandekx min tpoġġi bil-qiegħda u titkellem.
Maybe we all stopped and listened once in a while and just had a conversation. That would be fantastic, and we can all get somewhere.
Il-coming out tiegħi kien naqqa diffiċli ħafna għax kien żmien differenti. Il-mamma u d-daddi kienu għadhom ma jafux fuqi, darba qegħdin ikla insomma u ħarġet li jiena gay u għandi ġixħuti oħra li huma gay ukoll. Kienu inkwetati li mhux se jsiru nanniet. Issa tipo jien għandi żewġ titfal, oħti tan-nofs għandha żewġ titfal u żgħira pregnant.
Jekk ma nħobbx jien il-uliedi min ħajħobbhom.
Meta jien rajt iċ-ċelebrazzjonijiet fi Pjazza San George meta bdiet is-Civil Union qatt ma kont naħseb li ħanaslu fejn qegħdin illum.
That's what we are trying to do within MGRM, to create that sense of family.
So anka fil-komunità tagħna naraw allura forom differenti ta' familji li naħseb hemm wirt storiku warajt.
Marra li kienet l-iskola miegħi meta konna żgħar, she put up a post that her daughter got married to another woman, which was very, very sweet, I think.
And it's so great to be such close friends with people who understand your drag, to be like, your lip sync was so tight, diva, diva!
Bħala liġijiet qegħdin fl-Ewropa qegħdin minn tal-ewwel tagħti l-acknowledgement li dawn it-tip ta' familji qegħdin fl-eżistenza fis-soċjetà Maltija u għandhom vuċi daqskemm għandhom forom oħra ta' familja.
Jien nixtieq mmur il-belt, nżomm idejn it-tfajla ma' sħabi nilbes li rrid.
We're just really there to sort of help lift each other up at the end of the day.
Kim has taken care of us time and time again. But it's also like, the House of Velvet isn't just Kim, because I feel like Kim isn't her without us and we're not us without her.
Taqtax qalbek, ssib il-fiduċja u xi darba tasal, Jekk tasalx għada pitada xi darba tasal fejn nibda tasal.
Għalija l-kelma familja tfisser an emotional presence. Jiġri x'jiġri, inti ħatmur fil-familja tiegħek u ħassib il xi ħadd li kapaċi jżommok fuq livell emozjonali. Jiena miżżewġa lil Rowan.
I declare you spouses in accordance with the provisions of the law.
Inna miżżewġin għal dal-aħħar 4 snin, inna flimkien għal dal-aħħar 9 snin, u flimkien qed irrabbu żewġ titfal, għandna teenager għal qed 16 u għadha kemm tispiċċa mill-low levels u għandna tifla ta' 6 li adottajnija u għadha ħatamel il-praċett. It-tnejn kellhom events importanti f'dal-perjodu.
Iltqajna meta konna għadna ħafna iżgħar ġo xi gejbar, ġifieri tipo hekk brief li nafu l-xulxin hekk. U mbagħad later on in life tipo rġajna iltqajna.
Through a common friend.
Through a friend.
Imma nafu l-xulxin teknikament mit-teenagehood.
Iltqajna mbagħad dejna għadna nippruvaw, għażin nippruvaw naraw kif immorru.
Nippruvaw.
Ma konniex nafu tipo li sen waslu biex tirrabbu daw iż-żewġ titfal flimkien.
Jien ħabba xogħol tiegħi dejjem kont interessata fil-fostering u meta ntqajt ma' Rowan provajt inħajjara. Ovvjament meta tkun ma' partners u tħoss li relationship hija stabbli biżżejjed, tkun tista' taħseb fuq dawn l-affarijiet li huma għal dejjem. U għall-ewwel Rowan kellha naqra biża' qalt li fil-każ nagħmlu emergency fostering. Fil-fatt aħna sissa kellna tfal deħlin u ħerġin fil-familja 8 barra lejla. Ġifri żammejna 3 tfal għal weekend pereżempju, mbagħad kellna 3 oħra Il-foster parents tagħhom kellhom medical problems u dak jisejjaħ respite fostering biex isserraħ il-foster parents. Mbagħad kellna baby ġi ta' twelid 24 hours kellu, ġi waqt il-lockdown, suppost kellu jagħmel ġimagħtej għandna, imma nqalgħu ċertu issues u għamel 4 xhur għandna. Iż-żgħira waslet meta kellha 6 ġimgħat kif ħarġet mill-isptar baqgħet ġejja għandna. Ġifieri il-kunċett ta' familja tagħna huwa naqra fluid għaliex mhux dejjem inkunu for, skont xi kun qed jiġri. Għal-bidu meta ġiet it-tifla ma konniex nafu min huma l-parents tagħha u konna ngħidu lill-aġenzija għettula li aħna żewġ nisa għax aħjar milli tisma' mant in-nies Malta żgħira taf kif tista' tintaqa' barra. Dik kienet xi ħaġa li tinkwetana li speċi ta' kif ħadd toħodha l-omm. Ġifieri għalkemm għadda żmien u il-soċjetà ġiet ħafna iktar accepting, xorta dejjem ikun hemm dik in-naqra worry ta' kif ħajoħodha ħadd ieħor, speċjalment meta qed trabbi it-tarbija ta' xi ħadd ieħor. Imma it was a very positive experience mill-ewwel laqatna with open arms u kif qedlek għandna relationship tajba ħafna għada ġejja l-praċett magħna fil-fatt. Ħankunu 3 mami. Li sejjaħ li mama, u li Rawani sejħla mami, u li l-oħra sejħla ta' minn mami. Meta morna l-uffiċċju parrokjali biex nibdlula l-ċertifikat tal-mamudija għaliex meta adottajnija nbidlila kull joma, il-persuna li qdietna bdiet tgħidilna ma li mill-mami, u għednila 2 li aħna. U għaltina ma le, waħda jrid ikun hawn, li mill-mami minnkom, u għednila legalment aħna 2 li aħna il-mami tagħha. Mbagħad urejni ċertifikat tal-twelid u fil-fatt iċ-ċertifikat ta' twelid skont il-liġi l-ġdida jaraf liż-żewġ ommijiet. Imma ikonna dawn is-sitwazzjonijiet, it-tifl issa bdiet tiġi iktar aware. Per eżempju, aħna mindu kienet żgħira konna naqraw la kodba fuq different families. Issa per eżempju fil-klassi kellhom lezzjoni fuq social and emotional learning. Kienu qed jitkellmu fuq different families u teacher użat eżempju ta' familja bħal tagħna, għax ovvjament taf li hemm tifla fil-klassi li għandha familja b'żewġ mamis u qabżet il-ħabiba ta' Lejla u qalet like Lejla għax ġieli ġitaw u ġiet exposed to mummies. Imma jkollna pereżempju jiġu tfal għal xi play date u jsaqsu għal where is your daddy? And she tells them għandi 2 mummies jiena. Jiena nieħu ħsieb il-Rainbow Families Network fejn għandek over 50 families, mhux kollha same sex parents, għandek different families li kollha imissu mal-LGBTIQ+. U meta intervistajna l-tfal f'dan il-grupp, di waħda mill-affarijiet li ħarġet li jħossuhom invisible ħafna fl-iskola. Għaliex textbooks qatt ma jsemmu t-tip ta' familji tagħhom. Eżempli jużaw fil-klassi, adverts, movies. Issa bdejna nżidu, anka Disney movies li urew 2 daddies, imma xorta għada mhijiex komuni, daqskemm komuni li tara mami u daddy. Jiena nħoss li jien irrid nagħmel lil persuna komda. Fil-fatt ma' teachers hekk nagħmlu, ngħidulhom kif nixtiequhom li jittekiljaw Mother's Day, Father's Day. Għax aħjar hekk ħalli t-tifla ma tħossix li hemm xi ħaġa mhux okej mal-familja tagħha, fuq kollox hija familja normali. Mhijiex in-norma ma hija normali.
Jien l-ewwel home tipo as a gay bar, it was a lesbian bar in Buġibba. It was back in the 80s, Kien bar dak iż-żmien 80s, 90s, fej bniedem kienu ħossuhom, speċjalment in-nisa because it was more of a lesbian bar. But there used to be men as well. There used to be groups of men that used to hang out. Fatt kelma lesbian ma kienx tintuża dak iż-żmien, tipo kwaħed gay. Kien just like one word. Maria u Janine, they used to run this bar, Didis, or fix-xitwa speċjalment on Sundays ġili kien tagħmel stuffat tal-qarnitu bil-bebbux u ġib ħobs Malti. U konna nintefaw hemmhekk insomma u kulħadd tamlilna bowl bl-istuffat u hekk. Jiena, I came out mela I had a relationship with a guy, and I had told him that I think that I am into women, and he was very comfortable about it. Which, his best friend was a lesbian. 19. L-ewwel darba li kelli relazzjoni ma' mara. Mbagħad kont rixt, I came across this bar, and as soon as I came across this bar, it was like the turning point. It's where I felt at home. So that's why I kind of mentioned these as a second home to me. And I feel similarly here, a lot of young LGBT feel safe and comfortable. I mean, it's not a lesbian bar, it's not a gay bar, but it's obviously very open. And I have a lot of events concerning LGBT. And my parents had already passed on qabel ma ħriġt. Mami tiegħi meta tkelli 19 ġifi fl-istess sena, basically. Però niftakar assaqsini meta kellix 17. And my reply was ma nafx qatt ma kellix nasam ma' mara, però probabbli kienet tħoss li hemm xi ħaġa differenti mill-oħrajn. Aħna qegħdin sebaħ wajna żgħira. Minħuti ma naħsibx li ma kontx close mal-familja as such. Familja tiegħi naqra conservative, so no, I wasn't open with them. However, dak żmien kont ngħix moħħti, konna d-dantarina u ma kienx tista' tifhimni, kienx tista' tifhem x'inhu jiġri. U jerġa' dak iż-żmien speċ ta' I think that if you could avoid it, you would, you know. If you could live a heterosexual life, you would. That was much easier in many ways. So, kien hemm ħafna min jagħmel hekk. Kien ħafna min iżżewweġ, kien ħafna li daħlu assassin, kien ħafna min telaq minn Malta. Kien hawn stigma kbira. I was lucky. And because I lived my life, I was independent, I earned my own money, and I didn't need to give a reply to anyone. You know, ma ħafna nies mhumiex hekk. Ħafna nies rridu jmorru d-dar jiffaċċjaw il-familja tagħhom, so I'm sure there were a lot of people who did suffer the consequences at the time, you know. I mean, it's a family stigma li inti tibża tgħid x'int. U għatem nis ħafna, apparently. Aren't we all human? It's crazy, you know, when you think what a difference it makes. And not even that person, someone related to them. It was that bad, you know. Tipo, mux tal-li ma naċċettax lilek, tal-li ma naċċettax lilek għax għandek il-xaħat li hum l-istess dem tiegħek li għandu xi ħaġa. That's how sad reality is, because this is reality, you know. Jien kelli kuġin tiegħi li kien telaq minn Malta dak iż-żmien ukoll, you know, like he couldn't come out to the family, you know. Just sad. I mean, illum luckily għaw naħseb ħafna iktar acceptance, I'm sure li għataw min mhuwiex aċċettat xorta mill-familja tiegħu, which is very sad. And people need to belong, no? The nice thing now is people feel that they can belong in a lot of places. They don't need to be closed up in a gay bar or in an institution or something to belong. They can come to a bar and feel they belong. Storja li ġabitni li l-lum il-ġurnata edaw di għadni għatmatta l-ħat as such. 6 years ago, kuġin tiegħi committed suicide in Brighton, and it was because he was afraid to come out as not being well, and he couldn't face it again with my family, and this really hurt me. And I am here, yes, politically coming out to my family that this is why I am here. This has changed me as to want to talk about my experiences and willing to come out, a relative of who is related to me or who knows me, right? Because I cannot afford to lose people I care for because of this anymore, which is very sad. That's all I can say. And yes, that changed me. I would have never been on camera before or talk about these things or write. I support in many ways, but this is very big for me. But I do it for people similar to him, because there are people out there who are so afraid they're ready to let go of their life, which is very sad because of not being accepted. So yes, that's why I'm here. And this is what the biggest change has been for me. Not coming out as such, but coming out to the public in front of everyone, having the family that I have. The last email, I wanted him to come back, and it was the time that Speċi got civil union, and he could have started again here, you know, gnilu li telaq 30 sena. Ta' seta' jibda ħajja hawnhekk, ma sfortunatament xorta beża mill-familja li jerġa' jgħaddi minn dak kollu. And it's very sad because in my family it's like nothing happened. I think I'm the one who took it the worst. And I think that it's important that I express my feelings about this. But I never actually spoke about this, and with my family I only once mentioned to a cousin, speċi anke l-funeral tiegħu, aħna familja kbira ta' like jekk kien hemm 20-30 ruħ għala. He was so sweet, man. Why? L-għana tarġet li rabja kbira għax forsi li jena personalment minix aċċettata ma tippoderjanix għax jena independenti ħafna. And I have always made it on my own, so absolutely that does not bother me, you know, at all. In fact, most of the time I am the one who refuses to go more than them. They make the effort with me because I am very hard-headed, right? You know, this is the way I am and I'm not going to change it for no one. So they have to make the effort. Right? Jena mux sanqot nibda ħajti biex inti taċċettani, inti trid tagħmel l-effort biex taċċetta li biex jiena nkun min jien. Jekk inti għandek problem inti trid tissikja kif ħadd tibda problema mhux jien. Jiena qatt ma kelli problema bis-sesswalità tiegħi. And this is what they need to learn. You know, that if they have a problem, it is their problem. And nara l-gejsin pala familja ħafna. It is my second family, if not my first, so to speak, you know what I mean?
I'm Dali, Mohammed Ali Agrbi. I'm an artist and co-coordinator of MGRM. I've been in Malta for 5 years. I didn't decide to come to Malta. It was a coincidence, let's say that. I had my visa and I was planned to come to Malta for Valletta in 2018, Valletta Capital of Culture. And 2 weeks before arriving here, I was arrested in Tunisia through my activism and stuff like this. Homosexuality is criminalized in Tunisia for 3 years in prison. They arrested me for a day. It was a questioning. As I told you, like I was in DEMJ. It's the first LGBT organization in Tunisia. And then I didn't stay in my house, so I was changing from friend's house and hiding and stuff like this until the day that I traveled and I came here. And then in that 2 weeks of the performance that I'm working on, I realized that the police went to my house, searched for me again, stuff like this. So I was sure if I go back, I will be arrested at the airport. Everyone that I knew in Tunisia and here, they were insisting that I stay and not come back to Tunisia. So it was not a choice, I just had to stay here. Do you believe if I tell you I never came out? I have that idea that I don't need to come out. Like I don't need to come and say I am gay. But I'm living my life, I never hid nothing. We never discussed this. The only one is my brother who brought me all the problems and stuff like this, and that's the only one who kind of confronted the issue that he sees. I remember my phone call with him. He was like, I'm not saying it because I'm angry, I mean it. If I find out that you are gay, I would kill you. And I was like, but you would go to prison. And he's like, it's okay, at least I did something good for the family. I never spoke to him since, stuff like this. Now he's trying to bring back contact, but I don't know why. I created my own family, my chosen family. We always had the joke of this is the mother and like these are the siblings, you know. We don't have fathers, so we have only mothers. We believe in matriarchy. So we live like that, you know. It's like I grew up, the president of the organization of DEMJ in Tunisia was the one who would like stop me from doing something and say, go to study. You need to finish your school. Don't come to that organization. You need to do this, you know. There were also rules, you know, as in any other family, you know. You do this and you don't do this. So yes, it's a family that they push you to do something, but also we fight together, like as small things of cleaning the house and stuff like this. So yes, we created our own family. We always kept communication. Until now, like 5 years, I spent maybe the first 3 years every day we call each other. And now it's like once a week, and every time we speak, it's like we never kind of lost contact. So it's always there. If there is any news or something like this, it's the first people that you would think of. So I found them as a family that accepts you the way you are. The moment I came to Malta, the first thing when the artist that I worked with was like insisting that I don't go back to Tunisia, my friends calling me and things, we said, let's see the situation in Malta and then we decide whether to stay or not. I sent to MGRM, I sent to ARC, like ARC invited me to some like social events. MGRM, they put me on their project that they were doing, activism, past and present. And from there, like I found myself interviewing people that have been like activists as like 20 years, people in the government. I went like to offices and stuff like this, and I just arrived, you know. I was super happy that I had the chance to work this project with MGRM. And then on the same year, in 2018, they asked me to be part of the committee. And automatically, my house that I were living in, every time like we wanted, when we started the project, like working on LGBT migrants, my house was open to everyone, you know. The moment I found someone would tell me like they are at risk or something like this, for me, it's like this house will come and go and money comes and goes. So it's not something that I would keep my life and keep it to myself. Also, I would say being a refugee is part of an identity as well, because I see identity, it's what people kind of thrown at you. And being a refugee is like being gay. You never know who is refugee and who's not, you know? We can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time, you know? It's not about the skin color or the country, or it's about something that could happen to anyone. Now my job within MGRM job as like volunteering, I'm the co-coordinator of MGRM. As a co-coordinator, I'm representing the NGO. But as within the NGO, what I do in the committee and everything, I'm mainly taking care of asylum seekers and refugee program. So we are creating a project that would have a social group. People would meet, discuss with each other, have this community, this family. L-intersectionalità mhix xi ħaġa li hekk nies jarfuha, li jekk inti immigranti jaħsbuk li inti immigranti u biss. Ma tistax tkun xi ħaġa oħra. It's an isolated intersection. Being gay and being a migrant, it brings to no community that supports. That's what we are trying to do within MGRM, to create that sense of family. Someone, when they are living alone, it's very hard. We saw these stories of when you are isolated, when you cannot speak about your identity, but also you cannot find a like-minded people, you know. It creates that sense of you don't belong. And that's what we are as a group now trying to do, to be there, to destroy the system. Being part of the LGBT community, growing up in a very closed minded, kind of thinking that we are the only one, like I'm the only one in this world that I'm gay. It creates a sense of thinking of others. It's like, what if someone else is thinking this? If I will be in need one day, I would call these people to go too, that I consider the family. This community is, as much as it's a need to me, as much as I hope it's a good thing to all of us. Both myself and my partner would never say no to someone in need, or like be scared that maybe we don't have treasures here, so we don't care even. It's 3 years old, that's all it's true.
Yeah?
Yes.
Really small.
Yes.
Miles għandu żewġ hobbies kbar fost oħrajn, scouting, ilu scout minn mindu kellu 5 snin, ġifieri ilu issa 13-il sena scout, u l-mużika. Il-mużika bdiet mill-scouts, beda bid-drums. Għalija kieku jkolli niddiskrivi l-kelma familja hija mħabba bla kundizzjoni. Li mill-membri li tiġi magħmula minna l-familja, għalija l-familja hija mħabba, magħmula minn liema persuni hija magħmula. Minn meta kien żgħir dejjem osservajt li t-tifel ma kienx iġib ruħu kif is-soċjetà jew kif aħna bħala ġenituri konna nistennew, ovvjament hu he was assigned as a female at birth. Ma meta beda jikber għalkemm tinstema' retorika u forsi nisimgħu għand ħafna ġenituri, dan it-tifel kien iħobb affarijiet li aħna iktar nassoċjaw mas-subien. U onestament hu kien jgħid espliċitament I want to be a boy. Ġifieri tal-età ta' 7 snin darba minnhom fid-dressing room ta' ħanut tal-ħwejjeġ kien qalli eżatt il-kliem I hate my body.
Irrealizzajt li kien hemm xi ħaġa li mhix posta naħseb meta twilet hija.
At the back of his mind, he was a boy.
Għax ovvjament kien hemm id-differenzi fil-mod kif nidru u fil-mod kif konna niġu trattati u isna minn hemm bdejt ninduna li kelli xi ħaġa ġo fija li ma kienx posta. Sakemm qedtilhom ifhem kien hemm naqa' biża' għax speċjalment missieri involut ħafna fil-Knisja. Allura dak li jkun ma tkunx taf kif ħajħodha, biża' li niddiżappunta xi ħadd għax ma nkunx il-persuna li forsi huma xtaquni li nkun.
Sirna nafu jisu meta u kellu 11-il sena.
Kont ktibtu la jitra u ħallejt jela fejn id-desk.
Li jiena fil-ħodu rajta ħallejt hemm tista' naqra la jitlaq l-iskola.
Ma tlaqt niġi għall-iskola.
Imma s-sorpriża kienet li hu kiteb li jiena transgender. Għall-ewwel jiena danet iħawwat ta' 11-il sena kif jista' jkun jaf eżatt x'inhu transgender. Rajta u mnalla li kont waħdex dak il-ħin tkun emozzjonata. Fl-istess ħin imma bdejt naħseb li żgura tigerfex dan, da ma jafx ġifieri transgender 11-il sena. Meta fil-għaxija staqsin rajtix litra ma u tħanna fil-kamra tiegħu biex nitkellmu kien jaf eżattament x'inhu transgender. Kien jaf eżattament mill-proċess kollu li jrid jgħaddi, kien jaf eżattament x'jirrikjedi, beda jgħid li jiena lest li anke nieħu hormones jien, ġifieri kien jaf, kien fittex. U jiena qedtlu niftakar dak iż-żmien kienu ġejjin l-eżamijiet ta' nofs is-sena u jien qedtlu issa kien Form 1 middle school u qedtlu issa foka fuq l-eżamijiet issa we will tackle this later. Illum nirrealizza li kont żbaljata. Illum ma nirrekomanda xejn li l-ebda ġenitur jagħmilha jew jgħid li tfal stennew. U jaqbadni l-bar tax forsi t-tifel tiegħi kien b'saħħtu biżżejjed li stenna ftit ieħor. Sakemm wasal f'punt li kien għajjatli u qalli ma, you have to do something. I cannot handle this anymore. U jiena ndunajt hemmhekk li he was crying for help. Jien qed jew ħanamel xi ħaġa jew ħanistenna xi ħaġa gravi issa. Kien jipprova jurina b'ħafna modi qabel ma ħallilna litra. Jiġifieri kien żgħir qed ngħidlek. Min kollox kien għamel kien hemm diska partikolari dejjem ikantaw jikanta jgħajjat, imbagħad jiena kont nkun ġieli irrabjata kont inkun inni nisma' u ngħidlu but you weren't a boy għax id-diska kien jisimha If I Were a Boy. Sfortunatament ma' żmien jien irrealizzajt li aħna bħala ġenituri konna tendenza li mal-ulied infasslu l-ħolm. Imma l-ħolm tagħna mhux il-ħolm tuliedna, inutli tħaddam f'idejk tarbija u tgħid la tikber din u jkollha xara twil u forsi jkollha tfal. Inutli fl-aħħar mill-aħħar aħna l-irwol tagħna hu li ngħinuhom jaslu fejn jixtiequ. Meta aħna nibnu dal-ħafna ħolm u mbagħad fl-aħħar mill-aħħar jiġifieri bħalma ġara fil-każ tiegħi tara dak il-ħolm ikun hemm ngħidulu aħna iktar bereavement period għax inti titfen ħafna iktar affarijiet fil-verità. Aħna li Miles kien transgender żammejnija ħafna magħluqa. Morna bissem barra meta wasal iż-żmien li jibdel ismu legalment. Il-Miles beda pass mela l-ewwel pereżempju qata' xaru u dejjem qata' ftit iqsar sakemm qataw kompletament. Niftakar il-hairdresser iċempilli jiena u jgħidli inti tafu li ħajaqtaw qedtlu mejfa naf.
Bdejna il-proċess mediku meta kelli 13-il sena. Konna kellimna l-pedjatra u l-pedjatra kienet irreferietna għall-endokrinologist l-isptar. Mbagħad minn hemm ġejt parti mill-Gender Wellbeing Clinic u bdejt il-proċess pass.
Mbagħad eventwalment wasal għall-isem għal niftakar f'waħda mit-therapy sessions għal issa wasal tal-isem li nibdel l-isem. Tkellimniha flimkien, issuġġerejna ismijiet li kienu relatati għal xi kien imsemmi għan-nanna tiegħu li u qatt Malta magħha kienet mejta ħafna snin ilu. Għażel li semmu fl-aħħar mill-aħħar kellu l-opportunità li għażlu u tajnijielu dik l-opportunità. Imma kien għalih kienet importanti ħafna li jżomm l-inizjali.
Miles, so l-ewwel ittra hemm pareċ l-isem l-antik tiegħi u l-isem Miles per se huwa simbolu li t-tranzizzjoni tiegħi hija parti it's a journey, so it takes time. Allora Miles speċa ta' dik il-sens ta' triq. Alexander kien ispirat f'sens ta' karattru għax inħobb daqsxejn l-istorja klassika, Alexander the Great, u kien wieħed mill-aqwa rejiet ta' dak iż-żminijiet. Allura is-sens ta' leadership tiegħu kienet dejjem taspirani. Allura, Alexander.
Jina lija dik it-tifla tfinta metu firma qudiem in-notar, dejjem hekk ngħid. Niftakarni dakinhar kienet hekk. L-emozzjonijiet kienu mħalta, suppost bdejt ngħid qed nifraħ għat-tifel għax vera bdejt naraħ ferħan. Appena laq is-16 konna ġamilna l-appuntament. Anzi, nkun onesta ġimgħa qabel ma nagħlaq is-16 għamilnieh l-appuntament.
Naħseb l-iktar darba li ħassejt dak is-sens ta' belonging fiha nnifsi għax fl-aħħar kienet uffiċjali. Stajt inbiddel ismi l-iskola, fuq id-dokumenti ħajbda jidher kollox bismi. Kienet naħseb waħda mill-isbaħ momenti fit-tranzizzjoni tiegħi.
Konninna ħafna anka jien nipprepara lili nnifsi u għamilna anka ċelebrazzjonijiet żgħar meta żel l-isem bil-kejk u hekk għax għaliehu jisejjaħlu my second birthday. Aħna kull sena niċċelebrawha dik il-ġurnata u peress li jisu ma jkunx hemm ġurnata fissa meta ħareġ iċ-ċertifikat u hekk kien viċin il-Valentine so bqajna nżommu l-Valentine.
Fl-Scouts għandna liġi, waħda mill-liġijiet tagħna hija li naċċettaw il-persuna kif inhi milli ma reliġjon, sesswalità, minn fejni, mid-dinja, dik minn dejjem kienet xi ħaġa li l-Group Scout leader tagħna kien jenfasizza. Jiena nemmen għax anku kellu xi forma ta' ħiel. Però l-Scouts kienu l-ewwel grupp ta' nies li qed għax l-iktar li ħassejtni komdu. Aħna l-Scouts tagħna tal-Bejden Paul ta' Żebbuġ isna familja, speċjalment il-kbar li issa tlajna dejjem sena għal sena flimkien minn section għal oħra u kienet kważi l-eħfef grupp li stajt ngħid u ħaduha vera tajjeb u minn dejjem issapportjawni meta kelli bżonn xi ħaġa dejjem għenuni.
Is-sapport tal-familja jagħmel differenza kbira. Infatti hemm ħafna studju li juru dan. Ħafna drabi għandhom bżonn il-firem tal-ġenituri. Jiġifieri ma nistax nimmaġina kieku jiena rrifjutajt x'kien ħajjiġri, tipprova you prolong. Imma fejn ħa tasal. Jekk ma nħobbx jien il-uliedi min ħajħobbhom. I mean, jien ridthom, jien ġibthom fid-dinja, nista' jien nirrifjuta li nħobbhom minħabba identità sesswali jew minħabba l-identità tal-ġeneru, ma jistax ikun jiena lija ibni kien u ibni jibqa' ma tagħmilx differenza.
Jimmet Saverio Kirkop, għandi 23 sena. Għalija f'moħħi hemm żewġ tipi ta' familja f'moħħi. Meta nisma' l-kelma, ovvjament ħaniftakar fil-familja bioloġika tiegħi. Ommi, ħuti, in-nanniet, it-tijiet, jiġifieri jien fejn kbirt meta kont żgħir. Imma wkoll meta beda jgħaddi żmien sibt familja oħra li wkoll ma żmien jiddet tinbidel ukoll. Kelli l-ħbieb li ltqajt magħhom fis-sekondarja li kont tqatta l-maġġoranza tal-ħin magħhom. Bad tikber, tmur il-post-secondary, tiltaqa' ma' ħbieb ġodda u dejjem tibni jsik dak is-support system għalija dik tfisser familja fejn inti ħassib is-support, lest tkun int mingħajr ma ħaj iwaqfuk, mingħajr ma ħaj jiġġudikawk. Il-familja li jien għażilt illum il-ġurnata kollha b'kombinazzjonijiet ġew. Nowa dejjem konna nitilgħu il-protesti flimkien, jew rajthom il-protesta tal-graffiti, jew rajthom xi protesta tal-pro-choice. Dejjem konna nintafgħu nitkellmu u konna naqblu għal fatt li tnejn li aħna non-binary. Konna nintafgħu nispiċċaw nitkellmu flimkien għax ma tantx hawn nies non-binary. U rari ssib il xi ħadd jifhmek, so konna nieħdu dik il-ċans.
Nistgħu nsapportjaw xulxin kemm ngħaddu mill-istess affarijiet ħafna drabi u nkunu dejjem il-fatt li dejjem ikun hemm xi ħadd li jifhmek fil-post fejn qed tgħix tgħinek ħafna anke biex tkun liberu tesprimi l-ġeneru tiegħek b'mod liberu kollu importanti li jkollok għal-inqas xi ħadd li anke jekk ovvjament kulħadd differenti imma insibu fuq nitkellmu fuq naqbol.
U niftakar sena ilu, ftit iktar minn sena issa, konna tnejn li ħana tinfittxu post, u Nora tiġi jgħix lejn il-ħamrum bir-Kirkara, ħattartu jena tisma leta jena kbirt fis-sawt, jena s-sawt nħobbu, mux ħana tlaq mis-sawt. Imma mbagħad bat li jisma sibna dar sabiħa. Għatlu narawa. La rajta d-dar, ġejna firmajna l-kontratt u spiċċajna ngħixu fl-imkien. U dakinhar il-qoddim spiċċajna hekk jisna n-nanna u n-nannu, ġifieri, ma li nitlu ġin nintafgħu fuq is-sofan nparlaw, jew fil-kċina jkollna xi existential crisis. Illum il-ġurnata li ngħix ma' Noa li għandna id-dar Kimberly li meta jinqala xi ħaġa anything jista' jkun sħabna li huma closa magħna jew persuna taf il-persuna oħra li spiċċat bla dar jew kellha xi tgħid mal-familja għandha bżonn tiftaħ qalbha ħafna drabi we're here like dejjem hawn nkunu għalihom. Sakemm ġieli kellna nies jgħixu magħna għamlu ġimagħtejn tlieta sakemm sabu post tar-rashom. L-ewwel ħaġa li nagħmlu like naħseb dija welcome ritual tagħna fil-kċina, bella te, xarax tixrob bil-qeda, kalma, nadu hekk erba' nifsijiet nikkalmaw, nadu nitkellmu, u ġieli għamilna li jien sħaħ nitkellmu ma' persuna u jew iċempluna fuq il-mobile isma' għalatek għandna bżonn nitkellmu. Dik l-ewwel ħaġa li nagħmlu ma nafx anke ma' sħabi nqalhom xi ħaġa niġu bella te, nordnaw xi ħaġa tal-ikel jekk hemm bżonn, just relax. Li anke tur il-persuna li iva hemm dawk il-problemi għaddejjin, ma tista' tikkalma u ġew tista' tirrilassa, tista' tkun int, anything that you need ħa nippruvaw nofru ovvjament żgħara għadna ma nistgħux nofru d-dinja, ma nippruvaw milli nistgħu permezz tal-familja li krejajna dal-ispazju fejn jekk għandniex bżonn nippreparaw għal Pride, jekk għandniex bżonn xi ħadd jipprepara għal first date. Anything, jinriġu għaw, nikkalma u we go through it together. Kull familja li kienet f'ħajti kienet importanti ħafna. Kull familja li esperjenzajt l-esperjenzi u l-memorji li għandi magħhom tallimtu kbirt permezz tagħhom. Mal-familja bioloġika tiegħi inkbirt vera f'ambjent reliġjuż. U allura kien hemm daqsxejn battibekki sakemm wasalna fejn qegħdin illum. Li ovvjament imma li għalmitni kif nitkellem u kif niġġiela tal dak li rrid. Permezz ta' dik il-familja li iva ma kienx faċli, kienet importanti għax wasalt fejn qiegħed illum. Għalija personali hija vera importanti li jkollok dik is-support system għax impossibbli tgħix waħdek fid-dinja. Irid ikollok xi tip ta' support bil-fors. Għalija naħseb l-iktar ħaġa importanti f'ħajti. Mingħajr sħabi, mingħajr Noa ma jien xejn. Ġifieri kieku ma jkollix lilhom nagħmel jumejn ma naraħħomx ukoll nibda nħossni anzjuż u meta ħa narahom għax is-support li jkollok bżonn titkellem ma' xi ħadd li tiftaħ qalbek u kollox importanti ħafna x'minn ma tibqax għaddej. Meta jien bdejt niskopri li ma nidentifikax mal-ġeneru li tkellim meta twieliet u anke l-istessualità tiegħi hija differenti biex dik l-ewwel ħaġa li ndunajt isa fija m'iniex straight. L-ewwel ħaġa li għamilt kont tkellimt ma' sħabi. Kelli ħbieb li ważaw kontrija, kelli ħbieb li buljawni fuqha, kelli nies adulti madwari li telqu minn ħajti għax ma rridux jaċċettaw again kbirt vera f'post reliġjuż jiena. Ma fiha xejn ħażin, imma kif użaw ir-reliġjon tagħhom biex jesprimu l-imħabba użawha b'mod li ma rewx support għalija. Bħala persuna li non-binary ħafna drabi tkun diffiċli biex ħadd ieħor jifhimha fis-soċjetà. Biex nispjega b'mod sempliċi, f'tarf għandek min jidentifika bħala raġel u f'tarf għandek min jidentifika bħala mara. Jien qed niflowt jax imkien barra. Li xi drabi kif nidher kif nilbes ħafna drabi jkun iktar fil-maskil, imma ma jfissirx li jien raġel, ġifieri tajjeb ukoll li nifhmu li hemm bniedem wara dik il-label li iva jista' jkun ma tifhimx inni non-binary, ma look past that, wara li hemm bniedem li għandu feelings, you just need to respect it. Just uża l-pronomi, ħatkun diffiċli iva jista' jkun, just uża l-pronomi, uża l-isem li qed jgħidulek uża, and that's it, like ara li hemm bniedem. Kont noppressa ħafna, ma ħelitx naċċetta, kont immur il-knisja nitlob, jiġifieri kont nitkellem ma' qassis għax ma rridx naċċetta b'xejn. U darba minnhom dal-qassi stess wara żmien jismani nitkellem u għalli jisma' tittaċċetta. Like, m'hemmx mod ieħor tittaċċetta. Dak li int aċċetta, ma rridx naf. Dak iż-żmien ukoll bdejt l-attiviżmu tiegħi fl-iskejjel li kont immur u mal-ħbieb li kont immur biex imbagħad ta' 19-il sena permezz ta' Instagram post I came out non-binary. Ukoll jien l-ewwel wilt Tommy u għal ommi kienet diffiċli fil-bidu biex ikollha tfal. U bdejt nfittex fuq Google daqsxejn ismijiet reliġjużi u l-meaning tagħhom. U tela li Matthew li huwa rigal minn Alla ifisser. U għedt Matthew, ħanieħdu. Alla volja mhux isem li ħafna nies jaħsbu li isem non-binary, fimt huwa xorta maskili, imma it-tifsira li għandu wara jħu jien l-ommi nħobbu ħafna, ġifieri. I'm a very mama's boy. Xi nażel dak l-isem like nozzu ħafna u wkoll għażilt Saverio għan-nannu li huwa t-tieni isem tan-nannu għax in-nannu nħobbu ħafna. F'Malta nismgħu ħafna fis-soċjetà li dik familtek ħatibqa' l-familja bioloġika tiegħek familtek ħatibqa' tagħmel x'tagħmel tħobbha trid tibqa'. Ma naqbilx ma' ħafna għal fatt li ħajweġġawk li jista' jkun ma jkunux dejjem hemm għalik. So dik mhux imħabba, dik mhix imħabba li int għandek tieħu ħajtek kollha, hemm imħabba oħra li nies oħra lesti jtuwielek li jimsibta permezz ta' sħabi, permezz ta' Noa, permezz ta' tfajla, jiġifieri hemm imħabba ikbar u isbaħ li jien esperjenzajt permezz ta' dal-familja. Meta tkun għaddej minn esperjenza hija importanti ħafna personalment li jkollok xorta dik il-focal point fejn qed tara il-persuna quddiemek tista' titkellem. Inti tgħid hawn bniedem qed jismani, taraħ quddiemek u qed jisimgħek. So hija importanti ħafna tagħtik dak il-paċi fik innifsek. Bħala support l-MGRM jien inni immur minn kelli 16-il sena. L-ewwel support li kelli niftakar kont post-secondary school u kelli bżonn għajnuna ta' nies professjonali biex jgħinuni biex nies madwari jifhmu minn xi għaddej. U l-counselors tal-iskola kienu tkellmu mal-MGRM biex ikellmu lil dawn l-individwi. Niftakar kienu jiġu l-iskola, jkollhom meetings ma' nies viċin tiegħi biex jifhmu jispjegawlhom support. Ġifieri minn dak iż-żmien sissa baqa' jikber. Niftakar kont imur il-Rainbow Support Service, il-youth group tagħhom li permezz tagħhom kelli support. Kieku ma kienx għalihom naħseb ma kontx inkun hawn illum għax inqala dejjem sibthom.
How much of a bubblegum cupcake princess do I want to be tonight? The answer is normally yes. Hi, I'm Crush Velvet. I'm 22 years young and I work at a call center. I don't look like this when I go to work, to clarify.
My name is Kim Kauki. I also go by Black Velvet. I'm 29 years old and I am a full-time tattooist by day. Then usually at night it is either doing drag, I occasionally DJ, do some makeup on the side.
My name is Klon. I'm 27, born and based in Malta. And I'm a multidisciplinary artist, and one of those disciplinaries happens to be drag.
I mean, I don't know if we're ready, but they'd better be because I'm here. So, whether they're ready or not, like we've arrived, get ready if you're not. I've always wanted to be famous. Hi, Ma!
Drag for me is amplifying myself, but up to 100.
It's an escapism. It's really making something and making art for the sake of making art. It's very introspective and it allows you to share so much with others.
I could tell you what my drag is, but I can't tell you what all drag is. All drag is just so much. There's so much to be discovered and seen, and everything can be rethought and redone and renewed. My drag is stupid, feminine, entertaining, and good.
It's the one tool that's really allowed me to really hone in on some narratives and some stories that I really want to tell, and it's just happens to be a little extra from time to time. And to me, me being in drag has always been my most realized self.
There is a massive difference between Kim and Black Velvet. Black Velvet is louder, much more in your face, much more like fearless. Kim, on the other hand, like, while I might give off like a different outwardly approach, I'm a little bit more shy, I'm a little bit more reserved. So all the guards kind of like people come down as soon as I enter like into the role of Black Velvet.
To put it in a very like metaphorical aspect, like if Clon isn't a shield, it's a sword. So through me weaponizing my creativity, I've become a better person for it.
I think I don't really change for drag. I don't really become a different person. I just evolve and I become louder about it. I'm just more about it. From the 100-meter walk that I had from the cab to the car, from the cab to the place, today, someone waited until I was out of earshot and then laughed so hard he choked. So it's a mixed reaction. I don't like really being out in public in drag where I don't know who's coming. I like to be in places where the people know what's going to happen, the people know what to expect, and they're open and they're excited to hear about it. And that can be any kind of person. Straight people come to my drag shows, you know. I love everyone, I accept everyone, but you just need to come in with an open mind, and it's a two-way street. You know what I mean? All of this is my fault. All of it, unfortunately.
It's either, you know, people reminding me that, oh, no, you know, sort of like a day till carnival, or some really benign comment like that, like, or it will be just, you know, thank you for being you, and just, you know, just really thank you for being interesting, thank you for bringing your art into like public spheres. So it's, you know, you either get it or you don't.
I chose Black Velvet because most of the time, be it like rain or shine, summer or winter, I'm usually always wearing Black Velvet. So I thought that would be a really good name for me. Other than that, the word black, the way I write it, also means broken Norwegian. So
when it comes to the name Clon, to me, it's less of a name, it's less of a title. It's just kind of like, for me, it's like my state of being. It's like, oh, this is my mood today. Like, Clon is my mood today. Clon is what I'm having today, kind of thing. The word itself is just an off-riff of the name of like the word clown, as you could probably tell.
Crush Velvet was created for the first Saturday, which happened in September of 2021. Black Velvet asked me like, hey, do you want to be in the show? Do you want to do drag? And I was like, okay. And then I did it. And I did drag for the first time that show. I started using Crush Velvet, and then it's all been downhill from there. So I knew that I wanted to adopt something from Black Velvet and something from Clon, but Clon doesn't have a surname and I couldn't just be like, ooh. So I went for Crush Velvet, which comes from crushed velvet. It's a cute little pun, but I just love the imagery that it evokes. I love the sort of the sound that it makes in your mouth. I think it's just a great name. I've only grown to like it more.
The House of Velvet really and truly stems from Black Velvet.
And I also do tend to take like a little bit of a maternal role in our group of friends anyway. So I would say like maybe that's the reason why we ended up being House of Velvet.
It's just a very catchy, like very kitschy, cutesy name that we just settled. Like, okay, like we're happy.
The House of Velvet came to be, I think, really for me after the first Saturday was when I really felt like, okay, I'm part of this. The House of Velvet adopted me into the fray after the first Saturday. Yeah, we wanted a house and we wanted to distinguish ourselves, and I just love the sound that House of Velvet makes. It sounds expensive, it sounds successful, it sounds gorgeous, and that's what we are. Expensive, successful, gorgeous.
I'd like to describe us as a functional, dysfunctional family, if that makes sense. All of us kind of fit into what you would call like a stereotypical role of a family. Someone has like a bit more of like that older sister role, like an older brother role, you know, and all of us at the end of the day, like we all come together, we work together, but also like experience life together in quite a beautiful way, I would say as well. We were all friends to begin with anyway, and even like when it comes to like our friendship dynamic, it's always been more like our chosen family, you know? So then when we all started doing drag and like we created this collective together, it just, the pieces all fit together and it all made sense. While all of us do like different things when it comes to like our own personal interpretation of drag, we're still really there to like help each other grow and expand and, you know, like share ideas, share items and clothes sometimes as well. And yes, like we're just really there to sort of help lift each other up at the end of the day.
A few years ago I wasn't able to leave the house with a whisper of eyeliner, like nothing, but that's just, a testament to, the conservative Catholic upbringing that everyone goes through in this country. It's the path of fire. But through my successful projects and, for them to see what it means to the community and, be it the arts community or the queer community, they've seen like, okay, this is important. This is important to him, and it's important to a lot of people. So clearly there is value in it. We kind of held each other's hands along the way, and really we let each other in. And I think that's honestly what we need to do. As much as I wanted to confront and be like, no, this is entirely who I am, which I did, of course. I also had to like stop and listen.
I would describe our relationship as like the three fates. You know, like the three old ladies in Hercules with the one eye, the past, the present, and the future. Like, we are just like the unholy trinity is our relationship. We're just like an evil trio. And we have so much other close friends. I think drag hasn't just brought us each other, it's brought us so many wonderful, incredible people. Our producer for Saturday, Beck, our friend and drag performer, Nick, so many other wonderful people. I'm forgetting us so many. Gabe's partner, John, I'm forgetting people. Kim's partner, Emil, I'm still forgetting people. Whatever. There's a lot of people that I need to thank if I win the Oscar, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just, the family is so big.
I suppose the major difference is, with regards to my chosen family, the house of Velvet as we've dubbed it. I think we just had this innate need and desire to look out for each other and to really, because when you know what it means to make something for the sake of it existing, like arts for art's sake, you innately look out for each other. You want to help each other. You want to shield each other from all the the atrocities and all of the humdrum of life, and being able to just be like, okay, I need help with this, or like can you like give me suggestions about this outfit or this makeup? Or sometimes it's just coming here to this haunt we've created, and yeah, it's just all about looking out for each other, and that's what chosen family means to me. I mean, we've known each other for years, and I couldn't tell you, I couldn't pin, if you had to ask me to pinpoint on a timeline like when it all started. I feel like everything was so circumstantial, and everything, like all the chain of events, was cumulative to this point, in my opinion. I believe it was a sort of destiny, I suppose, where we all just said there's a niche that needs to be filled. There is a want, and even if most people would shy away at the risk of looking stupid and being again such an insular community and such a small country, people will talk whether you like it or not. We just had to say, you know what, let them talk, and because people need this. People really want to see unabashed creativity and queer joy.
All the friends I have and everyone in like our little group and like our little chosen family, they have genuinely like saved my life at multiple different points. It is very important, I think, for all of us to like have met each other, because I think we've really made a really huge impact on each other's lives as well.
The house is representative of like the chosen family, so especially when queer people, especially trans people of color in New York City, were at their most discriminated and prejudiced, especially during the AIDS crisis. It's entirely based on chosen family, and drag houses would meet together and compete in ballroom like voguing, and if it's like runway, like anything you can think of. It was the extravagance of like uninhibited self-expression.
I think it wasn't just a matter of being a chosen family in the 70s. I think it was a matter of life or death, not only in the sense because it was a good option, but because it was your only option. Your family, more than often, kicked you out for being gay, if not worse, or just tried to make you stop being gay. To have a concept of a family that sees you and understands you and is willing to accept you and love you just for being who you are, that is a support system that was so vital at the time. And I think for people still is. Just because things have gotten better, it doesn't mean they have been fixed completely. The need for a found family is so important today, because I don't know where I would be without these people. 3 months before, I don't know if I should mention this, but 3 months before the original Saturday, I had been in hospital, and they really helped me with my recovery from that experience. So for a lot of people, a chosen family is a matter of life and death.
With regards to us, although it seems on the surface that we're just a bunch of ragtag kids playing a very elaborate game of dress up, we're really looking out for each other, because we know what it means to have lost and to have been, swept aside and made to feel unimportant. So I think that shared trauma really binds us together. I would describe family as understanding, unconditional, and love.
I would describe every family as different, but I would describe my chosen family as seeing. They see me, they understand me, they recognize me. They understand my good and my bad, and they're willing to love me despite and because of that.
ħajja sabiħa li inti tkun fil-fatt anke l-kelma aċċettat iddejjaqni lili. Jiena għalfejn inti trid taċċettani, x'għandek x'taċċetta minni.
Both with Tattoo Gay and with Queer Like Velvet and all of our shows, where it's a really safe space where people can be who they are. And that means everything. That means straight people coming to the drag shows, all the bisexual girls as boyfriends. Where are they gonna stay? We don't leave them at home, we bring them here.
All the bisexual girls' boyfriends end up being part of the show.
Yeah, all the bisexual girls' boyfriends are bisexual themselves.
L-MGRM ukoll tatni il-konfidenza li għandi l-lum. Dejjem xtaqt li nkun parti minn dak il-grupp. Issa li parti mill-Youth Subcommittee tal-MGRM. 16-year-old me wouldn't believe this for sure. Ma jaħsibx li fejn kont infittex is-support issa kapaċi biex nagħti is-support jiena.
Il-tranzizzjoni nnifisha hija proċess pjuttost kemm xejn twil. Allura li jkollok dak il-grupp ta' nies soħod ma' ġembek li kif tħossok naqa' għajjien ituk il-kuraġġ li kważi wasalt. Naħseb l-iktar ħaġa li jenitni fit-tranzizzjoni tiegħi kienet.
The sense of belonging aħna dejjem bħala bnedmin kif jgħidu, no man is an island, anka jekk tażel li ma jkollokx relazzjoni ma' ħadd ieħor romantika, imma għandek ħbiberiji, jisu dejjem għandek xi tip ta' konnessjoni ma' xi ħadd. Aħna essere uman li l-connection mal-persuni għalina hija il-fulcrum ta' kif aħna kapaċi nikkomunikaw, ta' kif aħna ngħixu l-ħajja ta' kuljum u kif naqsmu l-ħajja tagħna ma' ħadd ieħor.
Vera nixtieq that we try and put our differences aside and realize that we are all in this together.
Ikollok bżonn għajnuna, jien niftakar aħna ma fittixniex għajnuna, l-għajnuna ġiet għandna.
It gets easier. It gets easier. Għax għall-ewwel kulħadd jibda jara diffiċli, you know, imma it does get easier. And with regards to family, it's so beautiful to make your own family li ikun ħasra jekk dil-ħaġa twaqqafhom.
Niftakar il-kolet Farrugia Bennett l-ewwel session u kien hemm professjonista oħra, kienu ta' ġid kbir. Ħafna kienet xi ħaġa li nkunu kollha looking forward għaliha. Eventwalment ġi żmien il-COVID konna niltaqgħu online. Dejjem kienu ta' gwida importanti ħafna għax flimkien konna naraw x'inhu l-pass li jmiss.
It's not only about a need of being in a family, it's about who are the people that would understand you, no matter what. Who are the people that would know when you are angry or would say, let's go to party, let's cook something and go out. The moment that I stay at home alone and they say, I don't have no one to call or no one to see, that's where I would feel like I would go crazy.
Apart il-familja tiegħi, in-nies li nikkonsidra bħala familja hija l-komunità tagħna stess. Sħabi, anke nies li mhumiex sħabi kważi kważi, dak is-sens ta' home u dak is-sens ta' belonging dejjem ħadħossu ma' xi ħadd li jifmek. U jiena nemmen il-komunità tagħna li dejjem qed tissaħħa ħossib iktar fiduċja fiha nnifisha, dejjem ħajkollok dak is-support li mhux ħatirċivih minn għand ħadd ieħor.
You're not alone. We are a family. We can stand together.
10, 11, 12.
From here onwards, our lives get better and better.
Yes.
No one's ever alone. And if there is anyone out there who is feeling alone or cut off, to reach out.
Hemm l-MGRM, hemm il-Rainbow Support Service, lesti biex jgħinu żgur. Jienu nowa jinqala xi ħaġa wkoll lesti kemm il-darba ovvjament milli nistgħu ma m'intix waħdek fl-aħħar mill-aħħar. You can do this.
Għaw komunità u familja bidejhom miftuħin lesti li jilqgħu kulħadd u nirringrazzjaw minn qalbi dil-familja komunità li qed jagħmlu dawn l-affarijiet.